Assalamualaikum. This video is part 2 Salat. The obligatory prayers performed by Muslims 5 times daily. First is Fajr, the dawn prayer performed before sunrise, 2 rakah. Second is Luhar, the early afternoon prayer performed afternoon, 4 rakah. Third is Asr, the late afternoon prayer performed before sunset, 4 rakah. Fourth is Maghrib, the sunset prayer performed when the sunset, 3 rakah. Fifth is Isha, performed between sunset and midnight, 4 rakah. The next is Juma, 2 rakah, place of Luhar on Friday. For the compulsory parts of prayer. Takbir Tahrima to say Allahu Akbar. Second is Qiyam, the posture of standing. Third is Ruku, the posture of bowing down. Fourth is Sajada, the posture of prostrating. The above are the common features of every rakat. Fifth is the final qaida, the last long sitting position before ending the prayer. This feature is not repeated in every rakat. Sixth is recitation of Surah Al-Fatiha. The recitation of Surah Al-Fatiha is also essential in every rakat when the Imam is leading the congregation. Loud recitation of Surah Al-Fatiha is compulsory in the first 2 rakat of the following prayers. Next is Wajiba, essential of the Salat. The recitation of a portion of the Holy Quran after the reciting Surah Al-Fatiha in the first 2 rakat of further part of the prayer and in all sunnat and nafil prayers. Second is standing erect after ruku, technically called kuma, not qiyam. Third part is compulsory while kuma is wajib, essential or necessary. Third is jilsa, the sitting position between 2 prostrations. Fourth is short sitting position after completing the first 2 rakat, not the final qaida. Fifth is recite the shahada tahiyat. Sixth is for the Imam to recite Surah Al-Fatiha and a portion of the Holy Quran audibly in the first 2 rakat or fajr, Maghrib, Isha, Juma and Eid prayers, and to recite the same silently in Luhar and Asr prayers. Next is Tartib, to perform various fard and wajib parts of the Salat in their appropriate order. Eighth is Ta'adil, to perform all parts of the prayer with dignity and respect. In other words, the Salat prayer should be offered with full concentration and without any haste. Ninth is to turn the face to the right and to the left, saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah to mark the end of the prayer. 10th, for the Imam to say Takbir Tahrima. Next is Sunnah of the Salat. Sunnat of the Salat. To raise the hands up to the earlobes when reciting Takbir Tahrima. Second is folding of arms in Qiyam position. Third is to recite Tana. Fourth is to recite Ta'awud before reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, to say Ameen at the end of Surah Al-Fatiha, to say Allahu Akbar while going to Ruku, to recite Subhan Rabbiyal Alim at least 3 times in Ruku position, to say Sami Allahu Liman Hamida while getting from Ruku, and in case one is offering individual prayer, to say Rabbana wa lakal hamd if one is following the Imam in a congregation. To say Rabbana wa lakal hamd is the practice of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 9. To say Allahu Akbar while going into the position of prostration and while getting up from the prostration. 10. To say Subhan Rabbiyal Ala at least 3 times during the prostration. 11. To recite the prescribed prayer during the jilsa position. 12. To raise the forefinger of the right hand while reciting Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. 13. To recite durood and other prayers during the final qaida. 14. To recite Surah Al-Fatiha in the 3rd and 4th rakat. 15. For the Imam to say Allahu Akbar and Sami Allahu liman hamida in audible voice. Sujood with the forehead, nose, palms, knees and toes touching the ground. This is prostration. The next is how to pray in 2 rakat salat we learn about. First of all, make your intention to pray and raise your hands to your ears and say Allahu Akbar. Place your hands over your chest. Next, keep your eyes focused on ground. Next, recite dua. Wajjahtu wajhiya. Next, recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Next, some other ayats and surahs in Quran. And Fatiha recite. First is A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim and last is Amin say. Second 6 is perform the ruku bowing down with hands on knees and say Subhan Rabbiyal Alim 3 times. 7 is return to standing up again itidal. It's known as itidal and say Rabbana lakal hamd dua. Next is perform the sujood prostration. Say this phrase in sujood Subhan Rabbiyal Ala in 3 times. Next is rise up from sujood and sit for a moment. Say dua Allahumma afirli warhamni dua. The next is say Allahu Akbar and go on sujood. Say dua Subhan Rabbiyal Ala 3 times and next then return to a standing position. Complete on rakat. Next is Allahu Akbar standing and say Allahu Akbar and recite Surah Al-Fatiha and recite some ayats and surah in Quran and next go on ruku and say Sami Allah Subhan Rabbiyal Alim 3 times and Allahu Akbar Sami Allahu liman hamida. Go on itidal and say Rabbana lakal hamdu dua and next is Allahu Akbar. Go on sujood, say Allahu Akbar and next Subhan Rabbiyal Ala 3 times and say Subhan Rabbiyal 3 times. Allahu Akbar. Sit in jilsa position and dua Allahumma firli warhamni wajburni warzuqni wardini wafani. Next say Allahu Akbar. Go on sujood, say Subhan Rabbiyal Ala 3 times and next say Allahu Akbar and last sitting dua tashahhud at-tahiyatu al-barakatu and next say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad dua on Prophet Muhammad Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam salawat. Next say last tashahhud, last dua Allahumma firli ma qaddamtu. Prescribed duas, any other duas. One is the Allahumma firli ma qaddamtu wa ma akhartu and next is say taslim. After final say taslim assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah on turn to the face right way and next is left assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and turn to face left side. End of the salat. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.